Nice job, fifth graders. Awesome. So, welcome everybody. I would like to welcome all of our fifth grade students, teachers, Sergeant Tim Olson, Deputy Michael Flaminio, as well as parents and family members to our 2021-2022 DARE graduation. It's nice to be able to do it in person this year. Last year we had to just do it via Zoom. So we're grateful that we can all be here together. So we want to thank Mr. Officer Flaminio for the time that he has spent with our fifth grade students, helping them to learn some important life skills. And thank you also to the teachers and parents for your support with this program. At this time, would everybody please stand as we start our program with the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. So to start off our program today, we have a special guest speaker joining us, and we would like to welcome to the stage Sergeant Tim Olson of the Kingsford Public Safety.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the 2022 DARE graduation. To the DARE graduates, congratulations, a job well done. In the next few minutes, you're going to hear speeches from several of the fifth graders. A lot of their topics are about the choices they have to make. Over the next several years, they will learn some of these choices are going to be very difficult that they have to make. Hopefully, the lessons that they've learned through the DARE program make these decisions a little bit easier for them and they go on the right path. One thing I would do is challenge the parents that are in the audience to understand sometimes the choices that our children make aren't always the right ones. It's our job to talk to them, correct them, and hopefully they make the right choices to go on the right paths in life. So once again, I want to congratulate the 2022 DARE class on their graduation here. The real here speak are the students. We need to listen to them and make sure we understand what they're going through. Also, I think we owe a big thank you to Deputy Flaminio. I know the amount of time that he puts into this program. It's definitely not worth, to him it's worth for the kids. That's what he does it for. So once again, congratulations to the 2022 fifth grade DARE graduation class.
Okay, so our first speaker today from Mrs. Holmes' class is Haley Welch. Give her a nice warm welcome.
Hi, I'm Haley Welch and this is my DARE report. DARE stands for Drug Abuse Resistant Education. Double DARE stands for Define, Assess, Respond, Evaluate. DARE has many topics to learn about, such as alcohol, tobacco, resistance strategies, bullying, and etc. I will tell you about alcohol, tobacco, and bullying. Alcohol. Alcohol is illegal for anyone under the age of 21. Alcohol can cause memory loss. Two health effects of alcohol are slow reflexes and loss of self-control. Tobacco. Smokers have more colds and upper respiratory problems. There are more than 200 known harmful chemicals in cigarette smoke. Smoking can dry your skin. Bullying. Bullying is always on purpose, and it's meant to make you feel bad. Bullying is always in front of others and repeated. The best way to report bullying is to be anonymous and use the 5 W's, which are who, what, when, where, and why. DARE. DARE is important because it teaches ways to get out of bad situations and facts about drugs and alcohol. I feel that DARE is an amazing way to tell people not to do drugs and drink alcohol. DARE can make you set on a path that will be responsible and not do things that will disobey the law. Pledge. DARE makes you a better person. I promise I will use DARE to make me and others better and to not do drugs or drink alcohol. Next up is Mackenzie Taylor.
Hi, I'm Mackenzie Taylor, and this is my DARE report. DARE stands for Drug Abuse Resistance Education. DARE's purpose is to teach how to resist drugs, tobacco, and other unhealthy or unsafe substances. It teaches how to take care of yourself in certain situations. This paper will discuss the following topics: drugs, alcohol, tobacco, and reasons we should avoid these substances, and how to handle stressful situations. Drugs are chemical substances that change how the body and mind work. They include prescription medicines, alcohol, tobacco, and illegal drugs. There are both legal and illegal drugs. Drugs can be abused by using legal drugs in ways we shouldn't. Drugs can be unhealthy in certain situations, like taking an unhealthy dose. Drugs can also become an addiction over time. If you become addicted to drugs, it could lead to very serious health problems. If you get addicted, it could make a serious impact on your health. Tobacco. Tobacco is a very unhealthy substance that people get addicted to, and addiction leads to health problems. Tobacco can affect the brain and body. Smoking causes cancer, heart disease, stroke, lung disease, diabetes, or hearing loss. Cigarette smoke contains more than 7,000 chemicals, 70 of which are known to cause cancer. Sometimes you can find yourself in stressful situations, such as if you and a friend go to another friend's house and that friend suggests smoking their parents' cigarettes or doing drugs and alcohol. The best thing to do in this situation is to either call a parent or an adult and tell the friend that you don't want to do it, or give an example such as that your parents will ground you and you'll be in trouble. If you find yourself in stressful situations, the best thing to do in this situation is either give an example or do something. You should also leave or go home. You should also tell a parent or an adult about what happened. Bullying. Sometimes kids get bullied, and it's important to report it when you see it. The 5 W's are who, what, when, where, and why. It is important to use the 5 W's in these kind of situations. Safe and responsible ways to report bullying is to tell an adult, talk on one-on-one with somebody, or anonymously. There are different types of bullying, like verbal, which is through words, physical, which is either pushing or shoving, social, which is spreading lies or rumors, cyber is where somebody is sending rude emails, texts, or calling. The most responsible way to report bullying is to either tell a parent or an adult. I think DARE is important because it teaches you to make safe and responsible decisions and how to take care of yourself in certain situations. You can use DARE to make safe and responsible decisions by using the ways to be in charge, such as avoiding the situation, walking away, saying no, or giving a reason or fact. I'm very grateful that my immediate family does not smoke or do drugs. I promise in hard situations I will define, assess, respond, and evaluate to make good decisions and look out for people that are in need. Up next is Colin Olson.
My DARE report. In this DARE report, I will be talking about the effects of the use of tobacco, the use of alcohol, signs of stress, and communication styles. But first, you should know what DARE stands for. It stands for Drug Abuse Resistance Education. That is what DARE stands for. The first topic I want to be talking about is the use of tobacco and alcohol. Some health effects of tobacco are heart disease, lung cancer, more upper respiratory problems, and reduces the amount of blood flow to the brain. Some facts about tobacco are that it contains more than 200 known harmful chemicals and causes more than 400,000 deaths per year. Now I'm going to talk about some of the health effects of too much alcohol. This includes weaker heart muscles. Too much could lead to coma or death and can damage every organ in your body. Some facts of alcohol: that is dangerous to mix with medicine and causes about 75,000 deaths per year. The second topic I will be talking about is the signs of stress. Some ways to tell if someone is stressed: if they have red cheeks and sweaty palms. If somebody is angry, they might yell, cry, throw things, swear, and even kick. Some ways to deal with stress are breathe deep, count down from 10, read, and think positive thoughts to yourself. Now I'm going to talk about communication styles. The biggest part of good communication is being confident. You can't be too demanding so people won't want to help you, but you can't be unsure so people are not sure if they should. You have to be confident so people are willing to help you. So after DARE, I have learned not to smoke, drink underage, signs of stress, and good communication styles. I think DARE is great to learn about and will help me down the road. I will use DARE not to drink, smoke, and relieve my stress. My pledge. I promise never to use drugs, vape, and drink underage. Up next is Zoe Zhao.
I learned a lot this year from DARE. DARE stands for Drug Abuse, Resistance, and Education. Topics I chose to write about are communication styles, bullying, and smoking. Communication styles. How you communicate with others is very important. Some ways you can communicate are with eye contact, clear voice, standing tall, and smiling. If you talk to others in a rude manner, they might not want to talk to you anymore. For example, if you need help with your homework and you ask someone nicely, they may help you if they want to. If you're rude as you speak to them, they might not want to help you with your homework. I learned that the best way to convince or talk to someone is by smiling, being confident, and using eye contact. Bullying. It is not good for you to bully others even if you're being bullied. There are many ways of bullying, such as physical, which you're hitting or hurting someone, verbal, which you use your words to insult someone, social, which you could spread rumors, ignore, or threaten someone, and cyber, which is used to bully someone over a device, such as posting harmful texts, emails, posts, images, and videos. Smoking. It is bad for you to smoke. Smoking can cause wrinkles, yellow teeth, and lung cancer. In the United States, you have to be at least 21 years old in order to start using tobacco products or for anyone to sell tobacco products to you. Smoking is the leading preventable cause of death in this country. Almost 45,000 deaths per year can be attributed to secondhand smoke. I think DARE is very important because it teaches kids why you shouldn't smoke and the bad health effects of smoking. Not only that, but it tells you how to make good decisions, avoid risky situations, confident communication, and even bullying. I feel that DARE is great and very important to learn about. I can use DARE to help make safe and responsible decisions if I'm in a situation or if involving smoking or anything DARE related. Pledge. I learned a lot of helpful things during DARE this year. I pledged to never drink or smoke. I promise to use DARE when making decisions or in a situation. Up next is Kyron Peterson.
You may be wondering, what does DARE stand for? Well, I've got an answer for you. It means Drug Abuse Resistance Education. We'll be answering some questions together and things you can do to be in charge. Resistance strategies, avoiding the situation. If you know where trouble is, stay away from those places. You can plan ahead to avoid them. Strength in numbers. Hang around with people you can trust, especially when there is trouble around. You can use the buddy system to do this. Walking away. So you walk into one of these bad places. They tempt you to do something bad. When this happens, say no thanks and walk away, or just keep your distance. Saying no while giving an excuse. Say your friend has asked if you would like to smoke. Say no thanks and give a reasoning. Change the subject. Someone wants you to drink a beer. Change the subject to do something fun. Signs of stress. When you are stressed, you probably feel these things: sad, mad, shy, embarrassed, scared, and frustrated. When you are stressed, you start to act differently too. Here are some ways that you might act. You might start to hold back some tears, put your head down, and be a little or a lot mean. You can calm down by doing these things. Hug your parents, ignore your surroundings, and take deep breaths. Needing help. When you need help, always go to a person that you trust and know. That person must care about you and have knowledge. What I learned. In resistance strategies, I learned that I can have strength in numbers. In signs of stress, I learned how I can tell that I'm stressed when I don't know that I am. In needing help, I learned on what people that I can go to when I need help. In conclusion, DARE is important because it teaches you how to stay away from drugs, bad places, and getting into trouble. I think that DARE is an important role model that I will always follow. I can use DARE to make safe and responsible decisions by following what it stands for, to avoid drugs, and using Double DARE to make good decisions. I will never get drunk or smoke. My promise. I promise to never get drunk or smoke. I will always try to use DARE in situations that I can. Up next is Natalie Bjorn.
DARE is a drug resistance program that teaches kids like me how to say no to alcohol and drugs. But wait, that's not all. We also learn about efficient communication styles and how to handle a problem. You see, DARE stands for Drug Abuse Resistance Education. I found DARE very interesting. Now you can learn all about it too. Communication styles. In DARE, we learn ways to confidently communicate. Make sure you have eye contact and you know what you're going to say. Have a nice big smile and a clear voice. If all of those things, your conversation will be successful. Signs of stress. Sometimes people get stressed out from school, work, or other activities. Some signs of stress are sweaty palms and timidness. If you have been stressed out a lot lately, then maybe you should take a minute or two to calm down. Maybe read a good book, take a walk, or just lay down. Some things can be stressful in life, but just remember to breathe, count, and stay calm. And if all goes well, you know you did fine. How to say no. One of the main points of DARE is to teach us to say no to alcohol, tobacco, and drugs. The main reason why is because they are very harmful to the human body. Tobacco-related products kill more than 40,000 Americans each year, and alcohol slows down the brain. Alcohol isn't as harmful as it seems. If you're over the age of 21, you can use alcohol without harm. Just don't have too much. You see, these things can be very dangerous. If someone ever asks you to use these things, walk away, make up an excuse, or just say no. It's just not worth the risk. My pledge. I, Natalie Bjorn, promise to always be kind to myself and others, and to be honest and to not do drugs. The end. Now I'm prepared for what is out there with awesome communication skills, and I'm glad I know why drugs are so bad. In any risky situation, I've got it covered. With DARE. I've got it covered. DARE will help me with conversations about drugs the most. I'm glad I know how to say no.
How about one more big round of applause for all of our speakers? They did a great job. And at this time, we will have our presentation of our certificates. If we can hold our applause until all of the students in that class have received their certificates, that would be awesome. And I believe we are starting with Mrs. Holmes' class. Right, so I'll invite Mrs. Holmes up to the podium.
For those of you that don't know me, I'm Mrs. Holmes, and I want to thank you for coming today for our DARE graduation. So now with the presentation of our graduates. Harold Borsma. Gracie Chartier. Liam Engman. Logan Fawcett, Kea Grassinger, Addison Grenfell, Ava Hendrickson Donaldson, Marcus Horton, Stacia Jarsky, Weston Jarsky, Dylan Kraus, Elsa Lamarand, Isabel Loomis, Arabella McCole, Cooper McMahon, Aubrey Mortal, Leah Murphy, Cooper Myers, Wyatt Olson, Caleb Pops, Isabella Strutz, Lainey Trewartha, Ian Van Oyen, and our class speaker, Haley Welch. Next up is Mrs. Kriegel's class.
everyone. Welcome. I am Mrs. Kriegel. All right, so we're starting off with Tyler Berglund. Talia Brown. Cadence Carlson Milcreast. Isaac Carpenter. Joaquin Chavez. Hannah Deuter. Jared Gothier. Wesley Jennis. Mia Lambert. Kira McLaughlin. Jack Militante. Sabrina Peters. Vanden Pizzulo. Presley Picentonio. Aaliyah Pike. Lou Rekla. Julianne Reynolds. Jenna Robb. Gino Santoni. Claire Sikora. Mackenzie Taylor. Drew Tomaszowski. And Henrik Wedge.
All right, everyone, I'm Mr. Mendini, and these are the DARE graduates from my prime time. And first up, we have Audrey Barnes. Madison Bischoff. Paige Brennan. Levi Caruso. Cohen Christensen. Callie DeGroot. Nevaeh Fortier. Kiana Gendron. Burton Gilmet. Evelyn Glazer. Nolan Grondin. Ezekiel Harris. Wyatt Jungles. Kyle Cass. Henry Caston. Jacob Maratz. D'Artagnan Malik. Marcus Morton. Colin Olson. Layla Oshashanik. Carson Pataconi. Avery Shaker. Connor Smith. Alice Wartick. Willow Wentz. And Lily Wilson.
Hi, I'm Mr. Novara, and this is my primetime class. First is Mason Blondheim. Jericho DeClark. Eli Dukes. Connor Fayes. Isabella Gussert. Mason Hall. Noah Johnson. Cy Commence Jeffords. Verity Martin. Taylor Noasconi. Caleb Olson. Aubrey Feaster. Elena Pichantonio. Alexis Robb. Mackenzie Schneider. Jocelyn Smith. Linnea Smith. Sophia Touche. Olivia Tusa. Aubrey Valley Cosgrove. And Zoe Zhao.
I'm Mrs. Ross, and these are my DARE graduates. Jacob Bailey. Sienna Blumquist. Anna Bolander. Oscar Castro Ray. Charlotte Dishaw. Amory Enos. Andrew Floriano. Amelia Gendrew. Abigail Griffin. Raiden Jensen. Tyler Kirkpatrick. Nora Land. Brooklyn Mann. Madison Mann. Mila Nieberdowski. Xander Nemi. Kyron Peterson. Trevor Ryan. Jada Safford. Eva Seidel. Tristan Stankina. Kaylee Triber. Leanne Trulock. And Caleb Warner.
Okay, and last but not least, I'm Mrs. Watkins, and these are my graduates. Justin Bargland. Brooke Bartolak. Natalie Bjorn. William Bolander. Elliot Cowan. Jude Degner. Olivia Dreyer. Hunter Flesh. Lucas Goad. Clara Grimes. Geneva Hearn. Carl Job. Andrew Cass. Mackenzie Kreider. Sophia Lewis. Gabriel Mancuso. Riley Mitchell. Nora Palmer. Luke Rice. Roman Romiti. Donovan Washbish. Thomas Wathen. Layla Wadeen. And Roslyn Westcott.
So approximately 159 students later, we have our DARE graduates for this year. Let's give them one more big round of applause. Thank you for your patience. This is the biggest class we've had in a very long time here at the middle school. So to close out our program today, we're going to welcome Deputy Mike Flaminio to the podium and give him a nice warm welcome.
All right, well, thank you and welcome to our guests as well as our students. Students, you're fifth graders, you're on your own now. All right, this was the only DARE class that you're going to get, and sure going to miss you guys. All right, we've had a lot of fun over the 16 weeks that we spent together, but now it's going to fall on you and your parents, and in many cases your grandparents. All right, you're in the fifth grade, about to enter the sixth, seventh, and eighth grade, the tough years of middle school. All right, you're going to have to make more choices on your own. You're going to have more freedoms, more liberties. Along with that comes more responsibilities and more risks. All right, so I'm betting that many of you will remember things that you learned in DARE, how to have enough confidence to stand up for yourselves. Right? You guys already know when something's wrong and you shouldn't do it. Right? So keep that in the back of your minds, and if you know it's something that your parents wouldn't want you to do, now you learn how to not to do it. Right? So parents, how many remember being in the fifth grade? How many of you remember being in the fifth grade? Okay. It was a tough time, wasn't it? It was a wonderful time. So wonderful, I keep coming back here for the fifth grade class. But I won't ask you to raise your hand how many of you remember making bad judgments or bad calls when you were in the middle school. Yeah, I know you do. I certainly do. All right. But I didn't have DARE class either. So it's, from here on out, you're going to have to be the cops, right? You're going to have to keep an eye on your children. You're going to give them more liberties, but you're going to have to check up on them, keep a closer eye on them, especially with the internet these days. But you also have cell phones, so you can call and check on them. I know in my household, for being a cop, I wasn't a very good cop, but my wife was. Right? She was the one, where are you going, how long you going to be there, where are you going to be with, all those questions that you're going to have to ask, right? And check on them after they do get home. So you have as much responsibility as they have as well. I'm glad that a lot of you came. I see a lot of familiar faces out there, a few that I've had the pleasure of working with. One even that went to the police academy together. And we're still wearing brown. So we're thinking about making a career out of it. So, well, I wish you a lot of luck. A few people that I need to thank. I need to thank the administration for allowing me to come in here, from the superintendent on down to the principals. Also, especially like to give a big thanks to the teachers. Without their cooperation, the DARE program wouldn't be possible. I take time from their own classrooms. Right? I'm here for 16 to 18 weeks. That's at least 3 times I'm in each teacher's classroom. They've got to make that time up, right? And I know through the years they've just gotten busier and busier, and their curriculum has gotten expanded. Right? So I certainly appreciate the opportunity that they give me to come into the class and share time with your fifth graders. Right. Also, I'd like to let you know that Kingsford Middle School is one of the few schools left in the county that has the DARE program. Right? It's supposed to be the Dickinson County DARE officer. There's only 2 schools left with the DARE program. Many of the others have had to back out because of financial considerations. You're fortunate here at Kingsford Middle School that Coleman Engineering's covers over half of their expenses, and then the UP Whitetails covers all the rest of their expenses. And so that's a big help. For many years, United Way also kicked in. So, yeah, without their help, I don't know that we could continue the program, which I had thought about retiring this year, but every fifth grade is an exciting year, and yours was no less exciting and just as rewarding to spend my time with them. Although I did have a clue this last semester. One of your students said, well, my ma had you in DARE. That's a pretty big clue. But I'm not giving up yet. I think I've got at least one more year left to go to spend with next year's fifth graders. So I thank you very much all for coming and being here. Fifth graders, I wish you the best. Hope to see you around. One in particular I've run in probably 4 or 5 times in the last month. He's going to start to think that I'm really keeping a close eye on him. I'm going to keep a close eye on all of you. So, and when I'm not, they are. So, round of applause for 5th grade graduates. Thank you for coming.